For this episode, I'm going to be giving you 7 reasons why you need to watch the Star Wars series. It's going to be very straightforward and to the point. But number 1, the films are classic. I mean, honestly, one of the main reasons you need to watch Star Wars is because without question, they are classics within their specific genre. I'm not saying that you have to watch them because they're popular or because, you fess up to some particular creed or anything like that. It's very similar to the Godfather series or the Indiana Jones series of films. Like, they're worth watching because of what they mean to cinema and what they mean to the movie industry at large. Also, reason number 2, you need to watch them because they are timeless. The story itself will never lose relevance. That goes for the original stories as well as the prequels. The movies work on various levels because there's literally something for everyone in there. It's like, honestly, no matter who you are, what you like, or what you believe in, I believe you'll find something in the Star Wars series that you relate to. Because these movies aren't just science fiction. They are filled with action, they're filled with adventure and romance, just to name a few things. And that brings me into my 3rd reason why you need to watch the Star Wars series. They are so serious about innovation. Let me explain. When these movies came out, there was nothing like them at all. People say a lot of things about the early days of George Lucas when he was involved with Star Wars and all that stuff. And I understand that to a degree, but when those original movies came out, they were so ahead of their time, people had to stop and say, wait, what are these people over here doing with the Star Wars series? Like, this is really gravitating and bringing in a lot of new faces who wouldn't even watch movies previously. And you really have to give props to the original Yoda, R2-D2, and CP30. Those 3 specifically within the Star Wars universe, you have to credit them. Even extending beyond that as far as the lightsabers, the galaxy fights, the droids, and last but not least, Darth Vader. Because without Darth Vader, Star Wars wouldn't even be half as relevant. So that brings me into reason number 4 of why you should watch this series of movies. It's really a contrast of old and new. The prequel films for Star Wars, they got a lot of flack, but on the other side, a lot of people actually love them too. So I think regardless of how you feel about the Star Wars prequels, I still believe that they are like really, really good. And you may ask, well, why? I think when you really compare and contrast the old films against the new ones, you may actually come to a resolve like, hey, maybe I prefer the old ones. Because the prequel films are not bad in and of themselves. Like, they actually make sense for the story at large. So that actually brings me into reason number 5. The story in the Star Wars universe is something that is amazing. And what I've learned over the years with talking to different people is everyone has their own preference when it comes to what order you view the Star Wars movies in. Some people prefer watching them in chronological order. So they may watch A New Hope, one of the Star Wars movies, or The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, before going into the next phase of The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. Honestly, if you're wondering why you should watch Star Wars, I can't really explain it any more than I already have. You need to watch it because it's incredible. The story will gravitate towards you. It will draw you in. You will be enamored with this show and with this series of movies. Number 6, of course, Yoda. He's one of the most influential and the most identifiable characters in the Star Wars universe to this day, literally. Even people who don't watch Star Wars, you know Yoda. You know his Zen-like character, his mode of peace that he always carries around. And of course we know Chewbacca too, but he is nowhere near as chill as Yoda. Yoda is the master, the Zen master, the peace master, for a reason. And number 7, honestly, this story, in reference to point number 7, my final point on why you should watch this story is really something that will last for generations. It won't get old. It won't become outdated. There isn't anything that will bring these series of films out of relevance, because they'll always have a space in movies. They'll always have a space in animation. If you all are familiar with the Toy Story movies with Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, the little green characters in the Toy Story movie, they were inspired by Star Wars. So come on, like, get into the Star Wars series today. Your life will thank you, and you're welcome. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on YouTube. Definitely intending to get my subscribers up. Tell a friend to tell another friend to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to reading your comments and everything concerning that. And I love you. And until next time, peace.